Starting as early as chapter 6 and chapter 7, there's a simple unlock that makes you very powerful in solo leveling Arise Overdrive. So in today's video, we'll be discussing just that, and we'll also be continuing through the story. I'll be showing you guys some of the farm rotations I've been using to get pretty powerful early on in the game. All right, I'm actually pretty excited for today's video. I got a lot of things to show you guys. So currently we have yet to complete chapter 7 of the main story, and honestly guys, this is where things start to take a turn for the better. And just to show you guys how effective it is to focus on your gear upgrades, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, this is my current gear, right? This is the gear that we equipped literally in the last video, last time we played. And since the last video, I have been grinding, and here's my current equipment set. Take a look at how much better this is. All right, because my equipment set went from being like tier 1 to tier 4 to all of it being tier 6, tier 7, okay? I'm gonna show you guys, if you have yet to do chapter 7, what you can do to get similar gear to mine. But let's go ahead and lock this in, and we got a couple other things to do, but let me show you this first. If you guys take a look, currently we have the black line set for our armor, and this one's really good because it increases our defense penetration, and it additionally increases, once we have a full set, our chance to deal additional damage to the target proportional to our attack when attacking an enemy from behind. So that's really OP. So I go into the world map over here. In chapter 5, we actually ended up fighting Igris, and we unlocked all these different missions here again on the world map. I went ahead and actually started grinding on the Protector Throne mission. By no means is it the quickest mission to grind or is it the easiest, but if I go through the rewards here, you guys can see that basically you have chances to obtain even tier 10 gear from here. More often than not, you're gonna get tier 6. Occasionally you'll get some tier 7 stuff, which I do have as well. I don't have a full set of these Dark Knight equipment pieces, but you know, I have most of them. I think I'm missing the chest plate or the body armor, if you will. However, like I said, you do have a chance of getting tier 10 armor, which is just phenomenal, and this is like the main thing you should be focusing on in this game as far as your accessories and gear and things of that nature. And you can get it here, and you don't have to be insanely like late into the game, because most people end up apparently grinding for this stuff endgame. But just wanted to let you guys know what I've been doing and things that you can do as well to make your life a little bit easier in the game, especially if you're like me and playing on the hard difficulty. Now with that being said, I wanted to show you guys my current skill tree. I've upgraded a couple of things. I finally finished all the nodes over here in sneak attack, so got that done. I've unlocked a couple of ones in the vital hit over here, and then if I go over here, I don't think I did anything in blade resistance or heart steel, but we will snag this increased critical hit rate under our dagger skill tree instead of our sword skill tree. But down over here in our physique tree, we got a couple of upgrades. We got a bunch of defense penetration, and I got an additional upgrade on critical hit rate increase. Additionally, on our Monarch's Awakening, I unlocked this ability, which or this node, which allows us to increase our damage dealt while in our Monarch Awakening mode. So yeah, I just want to update you guys on that. Additionally, we're gonna go into the crafting here, because obviously I had been doing some grinding, and we are now finally able to make our A rank daggers. So currently, obviously, we do have an A rank Razan's blade, which is a regular sword, but our dagger has been trailing behind a tad bit, so we're gonna go ahead and craft it. All right, and there you go. This is our 19th weapon that we've crafted. Let's get it, baby. All right, chat, and there it is. We currently have 2 A rank weapons. Additionally, in our character blessings tab here, I did change up our blessings a little bit. So currently, this one's new. I hadn't shown you guys. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. I had this blessing stone equipped where it replaced our healing one. So basically, this one right here, before we had, you know, when our current HP decreases by a certain amount, it slightly increased our attack, defense, and HP. I went ahead and replaced it with this, but I forgot to equip a new blessing stone that we got that's a little bit better. But this one was better than the HP one, right? Because this one gives us a chance to activate a critical hit if the previous attack that we landed was just like a normal attack and not a critical. So that's pretty good, you know, considering our build. But I went ahead and replaced that with this one, which is an advanced dagger technique. So our damage dealt when using skills from the assassin skill tree or when attacking the target from behind increases. So we try our best to get behind enemies and hit them from behind. I know that sounds mad wrong, but that's what we try to do, because it's the most effective way to defeat enemies, right? So it's a win-win situation, right? Now, I did want to go ahead and equip this Empowerment Blessing Stone because each time we defeat a normal monster, it increases our attack very slightly and stacks up to 6 times. So I thought that would be pretty cool. But our other Blessing Stone that's Empowerment is this one over here. And as you guys can see with Assassin's Proficiency, when attacking the enemy from behind, it increases our damage dealt. So it just works with our current build, and I'm not going to replace it. Now, if I switch over to my mouse over here, I can go ahead and show you guys that basically right now, apparently people are saying that the best 2 type of weapons to use is the Phoenix Soul, and it's a scythe weapon. So let me just like filter for the pole arms. So basically this shadow scythe right here. So I think this might be our end game route. I'm not really quite too sure because as it is right now, if I go into my daggers, our Kazan dagger or Kasuka, excuse me, dagger is basically done. We can't get an S rank variant. So if we would want to get an S rank variant, we would have to move down to Baruka's dagger or the Night Killer. And Baruka's dagger is the one that most people end up going for because obviously it deals more damage than the other Night Killer S rank variant. So probably start working on this one next, if anything, but we will be able to actually make our Razan's Blade an S rank weapon. It might actually be our first S rank weapon because if I look at the source for these materials, as you guys can see, chapter 8 is the only requirement. So probably in the next video, we'll be able to start making our S rank weapons. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up, but if I don't do this, I might just start farming materials again just to try to get the scythe, because if you compare, this is pretty cool by the way, but if you compare the damage, right, 580 and 485, if I go to the pole arm, I think the A rank, yeah, the A rank for the shadow scythe is already better than the S rank for the sword. And then the bow over here, as you guys can see, is basically the same concept. So might just end up going that route, but we'll see what we do. Now, if we go back into hunter recruitment here, last time we left off where we started negotiations with baby girl Cheyenne over here, but we failed. Okay, we have 3 chances. We'll go ahead and start it up, offering her max here, and we'll see what we can get. Come on, join the winning team, baby. You know you want to. And all right, it's okay. It's okay because second time's a charm. Ain't that right, chat? Second time's a charm. Come on, baby girl. Come join the winning team. We got Jin Woo over here. Damn it! How do you know I was lying? I'm Jin Woo. I could technically quick hire her, but unfortunately, Cheyenne, like, she's not ranked that high in most people's like tier lists. So I don't really want to waste my quick hires on her. I'd rather like, oh, 3 times a charm, baby. You see what I mean? Ooh. There you go. I like that. Not too talkative, right? Just a little stalker. I like that. But yeah, I didn't want to waste my quick hires. Had I wasted my quick hires, like, I would have been out, and those are not that easy to come by. So now we can preserve those for somebody that's like a must-have and ranked on everybody's tier list. Man, what the hell? Man, what is this trash, dude? Let's reconnect, chat. Can we get something? Oh my god. All right, let me get something good. Come on. Oh my goodness. I guess we can go for Choi Jong. I don't even know how to pronounce these names, dude. The craziest part is that Gang over here is actually one of the highest ranked hunters in the entire game. Like, literally everybody has this guy in their tier, well, S tier list. So he's one of the best apparently characters, and everybody glazes him because he's a ranged character. He has high like base attack damage output, like, so his raw power output is really good, and you know, his verticality with being a distance character. So we could, well, should we? Well, all right, let's give it a shot, right? Let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can get lucky. This might be a waste, because if we don't get lucky here, I'm gonna waste a quick hire. But okay, we didn't get lucky. We didn't get lucky. We can give it another shot though. We have 966. Let's give that a shot, right? Let's see if we can get lucky with just, you know, our hunt coins without having to waste a quick hire. Come on, Gangi, don't make me waste them. Yes! Welcome to the winning team, sir.
You won't regret this choice.
All right, that voice acting does not fit him, but very, very, very happy that we got this guy. Maybe we'll check him out later into the video. Okay, just for the lulz and giggles, let's reconnect one last time. Ooh, all right. Min apparently is not that great, but we'll hold on, and you know, we'll do that at another time, I guess. All right, so if we go back into the world map here, you guys could tell that basically the red gate chapter 6 is only at 86% or 88%. We need to get it to 100. So we're gonna go ahead and try to unlock all these entries, and we'll do the red gate map here. We'll run it on the lowest difficulty just because we always want to unlock these good materials that you get from the lowest difficulty on every map. All right, fellas, here we go. Let's check out how much damage we're doing. Actually, let me use my oh my god. Well, granted, this is gonna happen because, you know, this is a level 10 dungeon. We're like currently like level 44, 45 or something, but you guys shall see. Even when we do the main story, we should be doing a really good amount of damage with our current build, because your boy has been getting geared up, my boy. Okay, so when you first spawn into this map, you want to turn around and come over here, and you'll investigate this little beacon thing, or pillar, whatever you want to call it, and you'll get your first entry. This is going to be a very annoying map to get all the entries unlocked, because there's a total of 10, and this map is huge, but I'll give it a shot. I'll let you guys know what's next. So this one should be pretty easy to get. This one is located right at the smack center. So as you keep progressing to the stage, again, it's going to be impossible to miss. You just walk up here and it'll say investigate. So that's your next entry. All right, the next entry is located right over here. So this one is going to be a little bit tough for you guys to find, but basically, remember in this little area here where I told you it's going to be impossible to miss this entry because the game is going to tell you to come here anyways. So if you guys keep going, eventually, if you go like right down over there where it's telling you, you won't go this way. You'll go on the other side, but just to show you guys, once you're here and you defeat the enemies, the game will want you to go straight down this way. So just come right and loop around, and you'll be able to be back over there and get that that entry that I showed you guys. Now here's another entry, I think. Or for a second I thought it was 2 there. But yeah, this map is huge. It's gonna be almost impossible for me to tell you guys like accurately where to go, but basically there is a cave over here, and you can get to this cave. I'm gonna use that reference point again, right? The one with basically the snow over here, the one that I told you guys is impossible to miss. So once again, if you guys use that as a reference, you come back down this way, and then if you go through here and you hit an immediate left, like after coming out of this roadway here, you'll find a cave, and again, you just go to that position that I was in that cave to unlock your next entry. But this map is massive. Man, getting all these entries is gonna be annoying. So back at the same area again, where it was impossible to miss this investigation point, right? If you guys go straight down and you go up to this log over here, there's gonna be like a flashing part of the log, and there you go, that's another entry. All right guys, as you can see, next up right over here in this pile of wood, you'll find another entry. So this one, you just want to keep progressing through the stage. Eventually you'll get to the point where you fight like a wolf boss, and again, once you unlock the waypoint, you go over there to the left and you can get that that other entry. After moving through that waypoint, as you guys can see right over here, you'll get another entry. And then after you guys go down both like little areas here, you'll defeat like a bunch of bears. Over here on the right hand side, you can investigate and get your next entry here. And actually, talking about which, I just realized I'm gonna use this as reference point. Back where we were at over here, I went ahead and explored this area. Where is it again? I think it's like somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. So you guys can get that entry as well. So now we only need 1 left, but I almost missed that. And like I said, this is why, well, to you guys, since I'm showing you, you won't have to do it, but I've had to double down and search areas multiple times just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, nice. All right, so this one I do see sparkling, as you guys can see. So this is the last one. This one you can get right after you defeat the bear boss for this area, and it's gonna be to the left of that moose stone over here, right over here. So there you go, we got all the entries done. So let's just wrap this up now. I just hope this boss fight isn't as tough as it was when we did it yesterday in chapter 5, well 6, excuse me. This thing was ridiculous, gang. I'm not gonna hold you, this was ridiculous, but we should be fine, I think. Yeah, we are actually shredding them, so we're good. we're actually gonna go ahead and use this ultimate. So I changed up this ultimate. If you guys have been watching the series, you know we've been using a different type of ultimate. I don't know when we unlock this one, but I'll show you guys after this fight here basically how I equipped it, in case if you guys don't know how to equip different ultimates either, because the game sometimes doesn't do a really good job at explaining things to you. But we are absolutely demolishing this guy. Granted, you know, he is level 7. I mean, level 10. So that's probably why, but we're doing pretty good. And yeah, thankfully, this was not a repeat of the boss fight yesterday. So we actually cooked him. I don't know why he's still standing there like that. All right. Anyways, I expect a triple S, bro. This took way too long to get done. Yes! Winning, baby. Okay, so first off, we're gonna head into potions here, and we are gonna go ahead and go into potion enchantment, and we can now go ahead and enchant our potion into a B rank. So we can have 4 potions now, and our recovery rate, excuse me, got increased. So that's really good. Additionally, the item that we unlocked is the Tears of Ice Elves from completing that mission we just did. Apparently, when a potion is used, the user will be able to dash an infinite number of times for a certain amount of time. That's actually really OP. But I'm still gonna keep my Steel Lichen Fangs because it increases our attack. So, hey, I like that. Now, if I go into my Jinwoo here, I can show you guys basically how I adjusted my ultimate ability. So basically, pressing the wrong button here. I went into this tab here, which is right here in the bottom right-hand corner. It's the middle tab, right? You can press L2 if you're on controller, or just click it if you're on PC. And you can scroll through all this stuff, right? So if you go all the way down, your ultimate skill is interchangeable. You have Darkness Obliteration, which is the old one that we had, right? We use this for a hefty amount of time. And I saw this Truth Mutilate one, and I thought this one looked so much better.
You're an unworthy opponent.
Look how, yo, this is a war. So yeah, I equipped this one. And you can actually, you know, adjust. Why is this not going back? Okay, there you go. You can adjust a couple other things, like your basic skill sets if you want different skills, right? As long as you unlock them, you have different ones. You guys might have probably already known, excuse me, how to do that. But you can also adjust your QTE skills for different ones. Like we have this death one we never used. You see? Clasp is also here. But yeah, all this stuff is interchangeable. Like I said, maybe you knew your basic skills were interchangeable, but not the other ones. But yeah, you can change all these other things. Combo attacks, for now at least, does not change. But yeah, with that out of the way, we can now finally get started with chapter 7. Let's get it, baby. All right, here we go. So this one's called the Ruler of the Lower Floors. And we're back at Daesung Tower here. So lots of people walking around. Yo, we got the miners too. Oh man, that's crazy. All right, let's go over here.
Since then, my level has increased 3-fold, so I won't run into as many difficulties as before.
Okay, so we just have to go to the save points. These are our shadows here. There's Cerberus on the floor. That's actually funny. All right, this looks super cool, man. I don't know, I really love the aesthetic of this game.
A field type? Could this dungeon be a replica of Soul? "10,000 demon souls. I'm not sure if I can finish this quest in a week.
All right, so we have to, I would assume, just get rid of all these enemies over here. All right, what is it saying? Defeat all the magic beasts. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, it shouldn't take too long, as you guys can tell. These guys are level 30, but they are getting absolutely like obliterated. And thankfully, we're also not taking damage as well. Yeah, Chad, the grind was so worth it, man. Like, I'm so glad that I spent some time yesterday night and today in the morning to grind out some of these runs, because we do so much damage right now, man. We are just blazing through everything. This is really nice. All right, guys, we just defeated all the enemies in this area. It was super smooth, super easy. We did end up taking a little bit of damage, but not too much. Not enough to use a health potion, at least. So we gotta go over here, and then we can move on out of here. But I like this stage. I like all the stages in this game. I don't know. I feel like anime games, at least the ones that have been coming out recently, like Soul Leveling Arise, Overdrive, Bleach, Soul Resonance, like they have like really good looking stages, and I don't know, the way they're designed is just really nice. But we have more enemies to defeat here. I'll go ahead and get this done for you guys real quick. All right, guys, so we just got done with this burning mid-demon boss over here. This guy was tough, bro, because he actually made us run around this entire map to chase him, and for some reason he had like iframes and things of that nature. So he was an annoying fight, but so far so good. We're just gonna keep it going. Okay, now we are in Demon's Castle first floor, and okay, all of a sudden this guy's no longer a boss. He's just a regular mob. Crazy. It does seem that when we defeat those mid-demon though, we get back health potions, which is really good, because like I said, since that boss was running around, man, we ended up losing a substantial amount of HP. As you guys can see, even here we're losing HP, but overall we should be fine though. Camera angles are a little bit scuffed here where all these enemies in all these different directions, but we're still managing. We're doing pretty good. Oh my gosh. All right, so now we have a golem boss. Bro, there's so many enemies in this chapter so far. This is insane. It really does remind me of the manhwa. Like, I would say the anime, but I don't know. I haven't watched the anime to this point. I still gotta do my reaction videos on that on my other channel, but this is lit. It's a lot of fighting though. It's a lot of fighting, a whole lot, chat. Now again, I'm very thankful that at the very least, when we defeat these medium-sized enemies, they actually end up giving us some health potions back, as you guys can tell. Because otherwise, this would have been impossible. There's way too many enemies, dude. Way too many. All right, there you go, chat. We just crashed this guy, and we should be doing a decent amount of damage to him, I think. Well, kind of, sort of, maybe. Yo, this boss is tanky. Oh my god, dude. Like, these bosses in these later chapters on hard difficulty, they are just like extremely tanky, and they are susceptible to actually one-shot you. You know, it's very likely that they'll do that, and they can. You know, it's very annoying. But I'm trying my best to preserve my actual Monarchs mode, because I don't know what's going to come after this. I know for a fact this is not the main boss, because we've already fought this boss a couple of times in the story. So I don't want to waste, you know, my mode unnecessarily here. All right, chat. Basically, it should be it. There you go. Yeah, oh my god. Yo, my hand is hurting from the button mashing, bro. I'm not gonna hold you like you don't understand just how many enemies we had to fight. Like, it's insane. At least they're giving us a safe stone here, but if they're gonna give me a ranking, I need a triple S, because I went ham. There you go. I'm telling you, bro, I went crazy, chat. There's a bunch of enemies here. Anyway, let's keep it going.
Next stop, second floor. I assume that's a divination circle. I need a shadow soldier. Anyone? Weren't you the leader of the Ice Bears? Well then, shall we? Run toward that divination circle.
All right. We gotta destroy the obstacles and move to the circle. All right. Oh, and of course, a bunch of enemies. Dude, this is insane, yo. It really is. Oh, you know what? In the meantime, why can I not summon my shadows? Right? I think I should have been doing that since the beginning. I've been like literally solo leveling here without my shadows. Pretty insane, but this is so sick though. All right, lit. So now we just got to use this portal to move to the next area. Okay, so we are on the second floor, and we got to talk to Tank.
Quite the menagerie of shadows now. Turning the Ice Bear into a shadow soldier was a wise choice. would be nice if he wasn't so brutal, though. I think it's best if you guys stretch your legs for now. Get it out of your system. What does this remind me of? Ah, it's like walking dogs. Hey, don't eat that. Spit it out. All right, do whatever you want. Don't blame me when your tummy hurts.
That's actually crazy. Can you imagine if like Jinwoo's Shadow Army, at least like the beasts in there, they literally had a poop? Can you imagine that, chat? It would be the manure army, not the Shadow Army, right? That man would make millions off of selling compost. Alright, anyways, even more enemies to fight here. This is an insane chapter. I want to get this done though real quick. So guys, we've been fighting a couple of bosses here now, and just take a look, bro. We have all our freaking shadows out. This is this is so amazing, bro. I don't know how you can see any of this and not think that this is insane. Like, this is just awesome.
They work better as a team than I thought they would. I guess it makes sense. They did live together on the snowy mountain. It seems that experience was passed on to some extent. Tank is doing great, so I don't think I need to worry about it. Even if they look different, they're all shadow soldiers in the end. They're part of me, just like the others.
All right, lit. So we got an entry permit now. And we gotta, use the portal to move to the next area. So let's do that. The tank looks so cool, bro. All right, let's do this. Wait, we're back at this again? Oh man. All right. Well, let me get this done real quick. And I'll let you guys know when we're done. Okay, so we got all that done. Let's go through the little move portal thing here. And now, we're on the 3rd floor, but there's a stone record back there. Or a save checkpoint, whatever you want to call it. We just gotta defeat all these guys. Alright guys, we got that done. Let's activate this. I should get another triple S. Like, there's just been so many enemies. I don't see how. Yeah, there you go. Alright, cool. And we are now effectively level 45. There you go. So, yeah, let's just keep it pushing. That's all we can do here. Alright. So, we are on the 7th floor now. We can talk to this corpse thing.
Only by using a permit can you activate the divination circle to gain entry to the next floor. Shouldn't take too long, right? What are you guys doing? What's this about? Are you guys competing or something? I mean, you're free to do it however you want. You guys can make it a competition, or you have time to take a break. Just don't cause trouble. Hold on a minute. I've been so preoccupied with leveling up that I didn't take time to care for these guys. Everyone, return. Shall we? Let's do it.
All right. So again, just fighting more magic beasts here. So I'll save you guys the hassle of watching this too. Just get it done real quick. All right, fellas, we just got that done. As per usual, like I said earlier, just a bunch of enemies back to back to back to back. Hello?
Look at him go.
Oh,
He's
never
really
mind.
amazing. Is there something you want to ask? Egress. Is there some kind of condition for us to speak? If a day comes when you're able to talk, then you can tell me everything.
All right, lit. So we gotta use the portal to move to the next area, which I don't know, at this rate. You already know the vibes. Yep. So more enemies. I'll clear these guys out real quick.
Attacking from that far away. Is there no way to counter it? Sure you've got it? Okay, I'll leave it to you.
Who is this man talking to? Like, what?
I didn't know you could do that. That makes this way more manageable. Thanks, Egress.
Okay, we got another entry permit after defeating all of these guys here. Let's keep it pushing. Man, how much more do we got, child? I don't know. Oh, great. Riddle me not surprised. We're on the 19th floor. We got a bunch of enemies here as well. Okay, we cleared all of these guys out, and we can now move on to the next area. So let's go through the portal yet again. And of course,
to show
more
me what
enemies.
you can really do.
Who the hell is he talking to? Jim, what, you talking to Shadows, Igris, Tank, Iron? Like, who? I don't know. All right, we got to defeat all these guys here. And let's do our thing, baby. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I'm not gonna lie, chat. There was a boss that almost cooked us. He almost did. He almost did. I'm not gonna hold you. But we got that done as per usual, baby. That's what I like to see. I really don't see us not getting triple S for literally everything in this chapter because there's just so many enemies, man. Like, goodness gracious. It's gotten to the point where I just want to fight like the main boss. Like, come on, bro. I think it's Vulcan, right? Like, just toss Vulcan my way, brother, and that's it, man.
I want to speed things up a bit. You're saying you can do it? Let's see. All right, stop. Calm down. You think you can go faster, right? Then do it. But I'll have to make sure he doesn't get carried away and destroy the floor entry ticket.
Okay, so we gotta defeat all the magic beasts. I think Iron's the only one that's gonna be fighting with us now. Ah, great. Oh no, everybody's back. Everybody's back. I lied. We got everything done. We gotta talk to Iron again now. Let's go ahead and do that real quick.
Again? Why do you keep dragging it in front of me before finishing it off?
Bro.
So, where's the floor entry ticket? You managed not to forget. You did well finding it, but you ran out of time. You can do better this time, right? So simple-minded.
All right, cool. So we got our entry permit. Let's go right on out of here. And we are on floor 37. Yay.
Dangerous.
More enemies.
Okay, Iron. It's your turn.
Great.
Try unleashing your power.
Great. What is this? Oh, damn. Yo, these cultures actually... Oh, goddamn, brother. All right, well, these cultures take a lot of hits.
Take this.
In comparison to, like, the enemies here, right? We got our entry permit, and... Okay, there you go. We can go to the next area. This time around it was a lot quicker. We didn't have to do, like, multiple floors to get our entry permit. And now we are on floor 41. My goodness gracious. It just keeps on going, chat. All right, fellas, yet again, got that done. Let's keep it moving. Man, can they just toss the main bosses? What in the actual heck, bro? This is ridiculous. All right, floor 47 here. We got a bunch of mini bosses effectively, so we'll try to get this done as efficiently and quickly as possible here. Hopefully, God willing, you know. I'll tell you what, though, this has been extremely tedious, but it's been very, very boring. I mean, boring. Very, very fun. Not boring. I just complain because, again, it's tedious, but it's fun because you have all your shadows out here, and it's just a lot going on. It's very hectic, and I just feel like really if you were in the world of solo leveling, maybe this is what it would have felt like to really have like your shadow army fight side by side along with you, you know what I mean? I will say this boss is insanely tanky. I'm actually going to use my ultimate on him. Like, I don't know why this boss is so tanky. Every other little boss that was here was pretty easy, but this one, man, Mr. Cattell, the Guide of Death, brother, this guy is tanky. All right, there you go. After 50 million years, finally got that done as well. And now let's see what's next. That was the toughest one so far. Gotta hand it to him. It was extremely tanky. But we didn't take damage not from one enemy there, so that's really good. I'll take that, right? All right, let's head through the little divination circle, pyramid zone, gateway thing, whatever you want to call it.
Moved yet.
Oh, there he is. Finally. Oh, this is about to be fire, no pun intended, chat. This is so sick. There he is, Mr. Vulcan himself. So I'm fully expecting, bro, his nipples are all pierced and whatnot, but I'm fully expecting him to be able to one-shot us. I have to be very careful here. And I have to try to focus on my parries and stuff. Yo, we are barely damaging him. What the hell? Alright, this is going to be an insanely tough boss fight. Alright, we dodge that on time. Dodge that on time as well. We'll dodge this. Never mind, we didn't need to. Get him there. We'll swap over here. Again, if it keeps going like this, we might be fine, right? But so far, it's going really good. I wanted to get that parry off, but I luckily didn't get hit by anything, so we're good. Yeah, chat, we're doing extremely well. I'm going to preserve my... Hold on. There you go. He didn't hit us with that either. But I'm going to preserve my... He's using his rage coat. My monarch mode for when we actually crash him. That way we can... There you go. Like right here. Oops. Wrong buttons. I'm pressing the wrong button. I'm nervous. But yeah, we can maximize our damage output here. Let's just back attack him a whole bunch here. Alright. And what's really good is that since he recovered, we are now able to crash him again, hopefully by the time our monarch runs out. That way we can take advantage of all our regular attacks and just do a bunch of damage to him, but we are cooking him, bro. I thought this was going to be way tougher given the little amount of damage that we were doing, but let's go ahead and use our ultimate. This might actually obliterate his HP bar. I'm not... Oh. Okay, never mind. I was going to say I'm not going to hold you, but I got a little too confident, chat.
Worthy opponent.
Tell him, Drip Woo. He can't stand a chance, brother. Now, I can't be too cocky because, like I said, this boss might very well have the capacity to one-shot us if he gets at least one hit on us. So, just have to make sure to not get hit by him. All right, we're good. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Cannot touch me, bro. I've been perfect evading everything, chat. Let's get it, baby. Didn't even take any damage from him.
With this dagger, I can only inflict injuries on Vulcan's head. I'm gonna have to make sure. First, I need to figure out how to slow him down. That's it.
Finally, bro. This was the most tedious chapter so far, just off of the strength of the amount of enemies, bro. But thankfully, all the grinding I did off camera, like, I think shined on through, right? Because, man, if I didn't do that grinding and I didn't have these weapons and accessories, I don't know if we would have been able to do this as efficiently.
Move to the next, just as I thought. Wood that can be used to craft a high-quality magic item. Maybe it'll come in handy someday. It's so powerful.
Yeah, man. Just give the orb to one of your mage shadows, brother.
It increases magic damage by 2-fold. Here. Attack!
There you go, my boy. Now Dripwool's using his brain.
Incredible. There's no rule against lending the orb to someone else. Mage types would die to get their hands on this.
Alrighty, so lit. That is pretty. What the hell, bro? Why can't you see this man's cheeks? But that is pretty much it. This area is so sick, bro. Every single map, I'm telling you, I just love observing the scenery and the lighting and the ambience and just everything about them because like this looks so
You're
nice.
an unworthy opponent.
All right, fully expecting Triple S here. Come on now. Are you joking? What? All right, whatever. I don't understand how we get Triple S the entire video, but then the last boss fight, they just had to give me an A rank when I actually embarrassed and obliterated him. That makes no sense to me, bro. All right, let's take a look at what main story is
It
next.
increases magic damage
So it's
by
gonna be
2-fold.
chapter 8, Battle of the Dead. We need to get a level 35. We're already there.
Here.
All right, lit. So that should be pretty easy. If we go into the world map, though, we should have, yes, indeed, chapter 7 on lockdown. We have a couple of different things unlocked. Oh, there's a red gate here. Let's check that out. So what do we got as rewards here? Pretty decent regular stuff. So anyways, what I wanted to show you guys is the ruler of the lower floors, right? You can actually fight Vulcan and he only goes up to level 45. Here's the thing though, if you guys go ahead and inspect, you guys can go into the gear options here and he too gives you tier 10 accessories. So this is what I meant by in the beginning of the video, where people have been using a strategy kind of sort of early into the game, like around chapter 7, to get tier 10 gear, and it's actually fighting Vulcan. There is something that you unlock at the end of the game that is way easier to get tier 10 gear, but if you're not there and you're taking your sweet time, you might want to grind out the Vulcan boss because, again, you guys saw it's not that hard, and you get a chance of getting tier 10 gear. So I'll go ahead and run it just to show you guys real quick. Now, obviously, you are going to have to go through a couple of floors here, but as you guys can tell with the amount of damage that we're doing, it should not take you too long to get through everything. And you can obviously also use your shadows, kind of like we did in the main story. All right, guys, so we just moved on to the second stage of the map. And if you guys can't tell already, what makes this a really good grinding spot for the tier 10 gear, even though it's a low chance to get it, it's just that there are so many enemies and each enemy has a chance to drop gear for you. So as you defeat a lot of these mobs, you'll start to notice that they'll end up dropping a bunch of like purple gear and items for you. I mean, as you guys can see over here, there's 2 purple items that were already dropped. And look, they were, well, there were a piece of gloves and then a mana crystal, but look, we just got some purple boots right there. And I assure you, they're probably tier 7s. Maybe tier 6, but I would hope tier 7s and higher, you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. There's so many enemies that it just makes grinding for your gear super easy. So hands down, I would say this is probably your best spot to grind out those tier 10 accessories, or just like really good accessories until you unlock that end game like farming method or feature. It's like a mode or something as far as I'm aware. I've been ignoring, by the way, all the entries like this one right here that we can get, just because I wanted to save it for next video when I, run down through all the entries you guys can collect here. All right, guys, so we just got to the Vulcan boss, and he almost just one-shot me, bro. Holy heck, man! You gotta dodge that first attack, like by any means necessary. So let's go ahead and start using all my attacks here, and hopefully we can get this done. All right, we actually got we got clapped up. Wait a minute, fighting Vulcan on solo might be a little bit too hard. Now, please tell me I start back up at the boss and not at the beginning. Right. Do you guys know the amount of gear that I got to just have gotten clapped up at the very end? What the hell, bro? All right, so check it out. I finally got it done. Guys, for your mental sanity, please do not try to do this solo unless you're that good and you're not playing on hard difficulty. Try to do it on co-op if you can. It is doable on hard, but it's just you have to lock in, and you don't really do a lot of damage, especially at the level that I'm at. And it's just a parry fest. But the good news is that his moveset is very predictable, so at the very least you can offset that. But as you guys can see, We did get a lot of equipment, not as much equipment as my first run. That run, bro, my first run, I was getting a lot of equipment pieces, but you can tell though, we got 4 paladin body armor artifacts, right? Or gear pieces. Like if these were different gear pieces, it would have been a lot more. I ended up getting a bunch of dupes, unfortunately, but it is a tough run. However, you can get a lot of gear pieces, and if you're playing on co-op, it won't be as bad. So yeah, it's a pretty good way to actually grind out and get like really OP and powerful, kind of like mid-game ish, I would say. And it's just, if you can bear with the headaches of like being one-shotted if you're playing on hard difficulty by the boss, then yeah, you should be fine. Lots of materials and things that you can get from this, man. It's just a little lengthy. If we go into our gear here, well, I don't know why my game's dropping frames, but if we go into our gear and click equip recommended set, interesting. The game still has that other set that we got from grinding out Igris's dungeon as the recommended one instead of this this paladin's armor. Huh. Oh, it's because it only increases stagger, and when the provoke effect is triggered, it very significantly increases the user's defense. So yeah, for our assassin class, it's not the best type of armor. But yeah, I showed you both ways, guys. You can get decent gear from Igris, or you can get kind of sort of better gear because you have a lot more chances from the Vulcan dungeon. It's just gonna, you know, be a little bit more time consuming and a little bit harder, but you let me know. You let me know if you end up using any of these. With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. See you tomorrow. God willing, drop a like on the video if you guys enjoyed.